Is to smuggle. This is another intermediate level vocabulary word that I have chosen from chapter 6 of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. To smuggle. And smuggle is a verb, and it means to hide something that is prohibited, that is forbidden, and to take it to this place where it is prohibited and forbidden. It's usually a criminal thing, smuggling. So, for example, drug smugglers hide drugs and they take them across borders or into places where drugs are prohibited. That's a drug smuggler. So, smuggling is hiding something and then going somewhere with that thing where it is prohibited. Let's see how we can use it in a sentence. Here's a situation. John likes to go to the cinema. He likes to go to the movies, but he doesn't like to pay the very expensive prices for drinks and snacks. I used to do this when I was little. So he hides some snacks and drinks in his bag, and he goes into the movie theater with those items. Now that is prohibited. You're not supposed to do that. He smuggles snacks in his bag. Let's make a where question. Let's see. Let's make a where he got snacks from question. Where he got snacks from question. Where did he get? Where did he get the snacks from? Where did he get the snacks from? Where did he get the snacks from? Now let's make this into a reported speech question. Lucy asked him. She asked him. She asked him. She asked him where. Now the direct question is, where did he get? That's a direct question. Where did he get the snacks from? This is not a question anymore, so we have to eliminate the question form. Where he got the snacks from. She asked him where he got. She asked him where he got. She asked him where he got. She asked him where he got the snacks from. She asked him where he got the snacks from. Let's see. He answered. I smuggled them into the theater. That means he put them somewhere in his bag so no one could see, and he went into this place where they were prohibited. I smuggled them into the theater. Now let's change this into reported speech. He said that he smuggled them. Because this is in the past, we should change smuggled to past perfect. He said that he had. He said that he had smuggled them. He said that he'd smuggled them into the theater. He said that he'd. He said that he had. He said that he'd. He said that he'd smuggled them into the theater. He said that he'd smuggled them into the theater. Okay. Super duper. Let's try another example using smuggle. Here's a situation. Lucy was taking a test at school, but she didn't study for the test, and she decided to cheat. She made a cheat sheet. That's when you write all of the answers to the test on a little piece of paper, and then you hide it somewhere, and while you're taking the test, you look at the answers. That's a cheat sheet. Okay, obviously a cheat sheet is prohibited when you're taking a test. So she smuggled a cheat sheet into the classroom. That means she hid it so no one could see, and she brought it into this prohibited space. She smuggled a cheat sheet into the classroom. Let's make a how question with that sentence. How? How did she? How did she smuggle? How did she smuggle a cheat sheet? How did she smuggle a cheat sheet into the classroom? Now let's change this into a reported speech question. John asked her. John asked her. He asked her. Now the original question in the direct form is, how did she smuggle? But we don't have a question anymore. This is a statement. John asked her, not how did she smuggle, but how she smuggled. It's a statement form, how she smuggled the cheat sheet into the classroom. But because this is in the simple past, when you're doing reported speech, you change simple past into past perfect. She had smuggled. He asked her how she had smuggled the cheat sheet into the classroom. He asked her how she'd smuggled. He asked her how she'd smuggled the cheat sheet into the classroom. Let's see. How did she answer? I lost my place. She said, okay, her answer was she hid it. She hid it in her bag. This will sound funny in spoken English. She hid it in her. 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 She hid, that's the past of hide. She hid it in her bag. She hid it in her bag. Hid it in her. Hid it in her. She hid it in her bag. Now let's change this into a reported speech situation. She said. She said that she had. She said that she had hid it in her. She said she'd hid it in her. She said she'd hid it in her bag. She said that she had hid it in her bag. She said that she'd hid it in her bag. She said that she'd hid it in her bag. She said that she had hid it in her bag. She said that she'd hid it in her bag. That's fun to say. We can use smuggle. She smuggled it in her bag. She had smuggled it in her bag. She said that she'd smuggled it in her bag. She said she'd smuggled it in her bag. She smuggled it in her bag. She smuggled it in her bag. She said that she'd smuggled it in her bag. All right, let's move on to the next phrase. Just a few more left, and then we're done. Let's see. And that is the expression to make something stretch.